Welcome back to Inside Guelph. We are on Fun and Fancy Free Day, and I think that is what I want my retirement to be. I'm just going to pick out the perfect lazy boy chair and rock back and forth, but it requires planning. Donna McCaw is going to walk us through all those tips right now. Thanks for being here, Donna.
Oh, you're welcome.
So it is important to have a plan.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just like people who have a financial plan do better than people who don't. People who have a whole life plan for their retirement do better than those who just sort of wing it.
Okay, so whole life plan isn't, because I'm always focused on we need to save, 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 but there's obviously more layers to it, you're saying?
Well, it's not just the finances. Actually, health is the biggest reason that people retire. Their own health or the health of someone close to them. And very often that's the wild card. That's the one that interrupts our plans. A lot of people think they can predict their own timing of their retirement, right? So their plan is geared to that timing, but stuff happens.
That's right.
Health problems happen, layoffs happen, pink slips happen, all kinds of things can interfere with that timing. So you need to have your plan organized with a fallback.
Okay, so financial health. What about leisure time?
Oh,
that's sort of what I really want to focus on.
That's huge. A lot of people are saying, I retired, I'm busier now than I ever was before. But other people spend an awful lot of time lonely because they've lost their social networking group. They spend their time a little concerned about what they're going to do with the rest of their life. They need to revocate, they need to regenerate, get their passion back, figure out what they're going to do with their time, how they're going to be contributing, how they're going to feel meaningful. Because a lot of people really lose their identities when they retire. Who am I now? And you have to figure out who am I going to be when I grow up this time.
Right. So this is sort of, there's a bit of a retirement shock that people go into?
Absolutely, and it can be really dangerous. People go into depression, they start to drink maybe a little bit too much, or gamble a little bit too much, or feel lost, depressed, and that can spiral down fairly quickly.
I'm so surprised because for our age group that's in our earning years and we're working so hard, it's sort of the goal. The idea that we'll be on a beach somewhere at some point.
That's the Freedom 55 ads.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a great honeymoon. There's a honeymoon period when you retire, and they do all the things they've wanted to do. And they renovate the house or they go on the trip, and the honeymoon is great. But then when they get to okay, what am I doing with my real life now? It becomes a bit of a challenge for them. The identity issue is the one that takes most people to counselors. Oh. That's the one where they need a bit of help.
Because, what do you mean identity? They've lost their identity
from
being
a
working person.
I used to be this really important person. As one fellow said to me, I used to be a legend. And you can go from legend to nobody in no time flat.
Oh, that's a good point.
So that was his perspective.
Okay.
And I'm a nobody now. And that's a terrible way to look at yourself.
So how would we prepare then, if we're talking in terms of getting tips, and those are good heads up that you might be facing that, how do we prepare for that then in the now?
Well, a lot of people just sort of work until the marathon ends at the finish line, and then they just fall off the cliff like Wile E. Coyote. Because
awful.
Well, they just haven't thought about it before. They think, oh, I'm going to be fine, I'm fine, everything's going to be all right. And then they start hitting a few brick walls, and they go, oh, I hate retirement, I want to go back to work.
Oh. So we need to be planning now. And you have a great book. It's called It's Your Time.
It's Your Time.
Where is this book available?
You can get it at the bookshelf here in Guelph, and you can get it at Chapters in Guelph as well. It's also available online for both Amazon and Chapters.
Okay, so this would be where we will find exercises and tips to do right now so that we don't fall off the cliff, as you say.
So you start getting some of your interests, some of your volunteer work, some of the things lined up that are going to replace all those hours that you've spent working.
Okay, and Donna knows, you've seen this. This is not, you want to be prepared on the other side. You want to have something to get up for in the morning. Thank you so much for being here. It's Your Time with Donna McCaw.